But it sure is coming down pretty good here in Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Go, go, go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. I got it, I got it.
On first down, Huntley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, Mariota. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm on.
From the 38, Mariota. This is caught by Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
His throw at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
On the ready. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Okay, double.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On second down now, it's Taylor. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The give to Taylor. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Switch it. Come on. Hey, switch gears. You got tight.
To throw, Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's got his tight end, Burton. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They run with Taylor. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. It's Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Mariota on first down. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the left side. Huntley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's 3rd and 11.
Check. Walk 54. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36.
That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Carry here for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mariota flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Justin Houston on the stop. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Check three. Watch twist. Check 9, check 1.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Oh, he stays up. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Indy. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Henry. 55. And QB's trash. Let's go. Whoa. 55. Hey, eat. Army. Alert 3.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mariota. Forced out to his left. Here's a short little toss to Carrier. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. They're running it. Right there.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's go, baby.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Taylor, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A first down throw for Brissett. Complete to Hilton. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Out of the gun, Brissett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
At their own 27-yard line.
Win!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Spencer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First down at the 43-yard line.
Tight end left. Everyone's got 4 down.
A first down throw for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Check 24. Check 24.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And great special teams work here. This is knock it on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On play action, Brissett. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Tyus Bowser able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
A gain of 17 yards. But it's 3rd down.
Hey, hold on. Check 55. Hey, here I come.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Now Mariota. Aguilar has it. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, tighten down.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Marcus Mariota, nobody's going to catch him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marcus Mariota. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game as his guys are able to regain the lead. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A very solid gain of 27.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. Two really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Wide.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And an alley to run. Marcus Mariota. Nobody's going to catch him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marcus Mariota. 31 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. On 2nd and 9, Brissett. He finds Taylor, complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play fake, Brissett. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Brissett now. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Brissett again. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
We're going to shut you down.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Push him back. Push him back.
Here's Brissett. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there, with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here we go. Orbit. 55's my guy, 55.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 30 all.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mariota buying time to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Mariota. Flushed out right. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Coldell as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And shedding his way forward. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Check, check. Lucky. 3. Tighten up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And the Raiders escape with a victory. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really...